Panic alert. One and all, I can't believe it happened. House of Lancaster made it through the draft in a grand final series. Let me panic mode you even more. First of all, let me flip that score. It's actually loueMT on match point. This is where it gets crazy though, guys, because if he gets to a game 7, B, it's Archipelago, and he's got Knights Templar. So both of them got busted picks in this draft. And what is up? I see you coming through. Thank you, Britboy, for the support. Appreciate everyone who's been coming across the Twitch and YouTube supporting. Zhu Xi from B should, in theory, be pretty good on this map, folks. It's a map with a lot of deer. Lancaster doesn't do pro scouts from what I've seen so far. They do mana spam. So there's a difference in approach here. B's income should influx, should uptick quicker. Louise is gradually going to climb. I don't know if you can do anything but all in here. What? That's crazy. He didn't do it. Okay, actually, I'm so happy about this. So people are asking me, like, KP, you know, like, once manas get balanced or Lancaster Castle's gone, like, what's the counter? Some people are even asking, like, is the counter to all in Lancaster Castle is Lancaster? Say that 10 times. I think so. I think, like, Abbey of Kings is actually going to resolve the solution because the Lancaster Castle mana spam makes sense if you don't want to build units that quickly. But if you're willing to gradually build manas while scaling army, then actually I think Abbey of Kings is a better way of going. Because what you do is you just scale your health up with the Lords. Each one 160 resources. Totally worth it, by the way. They're insanely tanky. And then in this matchup, you're talking about, what, Yeoman versus Chuganu? If you guys remember, Chuganu used to suck against mass longbows. It's the same here. Meanwhile, Meditation Garden is going to do anything but suck. It's going to suck the berries out of this map. Are you kidding me? 72 food and about 30 wood. Great Meditation Garden by B. Very far out. Worth it. What civs have been banned the most? HRE. HRE is biggest prior ban, then House of Lancaster. I think I maybe collectively across all the games of KPMM 20 count on one hand how many times HRE got through. It is the best civ right now. Everyone who's like saying House of Lancaster OP blah 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 and always bring up Yeoman. And every time my counter argument is like, I mean, we can talk about like nerf and Yeoman if you really want to, but why is HRE still HRE? Because you know how people say Yeoman are very fast? HRE archers are quicker. Now, Yeoman have more range, granted, but you also pay more for them. On a civ that has a worse economy than HRE. Done. Yeah. Kind of crazy. So, B with the tech up already. It's definitely Pro Scouts macro. Can you block it quick enough? Is that part of Louis' win condition with Abbey of Kings? I mean, it's very slow. This feels like 2TC. Yeah, this is 2TC macro. If it was manas, why would you need this much time? Okay, so 2TC here, I'm guessing. This is kind of crazy. So, like, you could even shove the deer in, but you probably don't care. You've got 10 deer for 3,500 food, 2,200 on the boar. You've then got, what's that end up being? 3,500 on berries, and then you'll get 800 on sheep. No! Oh, okay. Okay, he's going to play it defensive. Really? Okay, I think I see the picture here. Why would you go out for your food when you could just build it at home? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, because you can technically just add in manas like this. I've seen this build from Lancaster. It usually involves the Lancaster Castle, though. Very different to go for Abbey of Kings. Man's got enough food on one screen for the entire game. Welcome to Carmel. I don't know. I think we are keeping Carmel for next week. I don't mind that. I think Pro Scouts is on the way out on a lot of maps. So, like, having one where it's still maybe the go-to for some civs anyway isn't like, too bad. But meantime, Louis, he's got one goal in mind. Disturb the peace. No? Are we going maybe to intercept the Pro Scouts? We are. This is good, though. The funny thing is, like, the Lord of Lancaster is actually kiteable because it's really slow. For most units. There's an exception, though. This guy. God. So this is getting a little bit annoying. Louis is going to be going to spear straight away, which is smart. B's already got the stables, so opening Yeoman is just a quick way to sadness. Carmel has some good games, agreed. Like I said, I think Carmel, once they fix the food issues with it being a bit too stacked in one location, you'll basically be looking at a better version of regions. Lord Lancaster has the same movement speed as Men-at-Arms? Yes, but they are weaker in certain ways. So their damage is higher, but it's actually not because their attack speed is like almost double Men-at-Arms. But their health is the real crown gem. They have 231 HP. And they will scale with each other to buff further. Looks like we are actually going to have Louis moving out into flank. Outpost going up. Yeah, so just a little bit of gathering, nothing too crazy, because he has gone condensed 2TC. And unlike English, you can't spam farms. What do these guys cost? The Lord Lancasters are actually quite efficient. The first one's free, and then they're only 160 resources. It's a really good price for what you get. You pay a bit more than a Men-at-Arms, but at this stage, that Men-at-Arms has almost double the health of a normal Men-at-Arms. I love this. Hides in the choke point, so you can't get fully surrounded. Buys enough time for the spears to arrive. Okay, but this, like, yeah, this is where it gets a bit awkward. Louis has to split. So if B goes into Chug, he can prioritize one side. There we go. Archery range now being dropped. What a lordly lord. Full Ned Stark vibes, Sean Bean vibes in Lord of the Rings. Like, go. I'll cover you. That's Boromir, more Biomir is gone. So, Louis. A lot of gold being gathered at home. This is Castle Age Rush, I think. Yeah, and wow, he splits the full map. This is kind of wild for Lancaster, no? Yeah, no manners. So, like, Fast Castle, this is Earlsguard. Like, so do you White Tower to get them out? Ooh, you could actually go Hobbies. Hobbies is pretty smart here because the charge in with King's College will counter Horseman, and it deletes Chuganu. Trouble here. It's been close enough. He should be safe. He can't really hang around. So the reason why you would go White Tower, by the way, it protects you against a dive, and then you spam Earlsguard with buff damage. I think that's just as viable on 2TC. You're basically playing the English old build where you rush 2TC and then rush White Tower for protection. But considering that your opponent isn't aggroing you, I think King's College is too tempting here. No, instead it's going to be a castle race. Palace Guard already prepped. Let this from B. You can send them across the map and immediately upgrade them. King's College it is. Okay, if this is a hobby switch, it's bad now. So King's College is a weird one. Sometimes you'll see games where people don't get a single tech out of them, and it's still good because of the 15% discount. This game, however, I've got a smile on my face. You can hear it in my voice. Collar of S's is actually, I think, secretly the strongest tech in this building. Outside of Carrick buff, but that's water. On land, Collar of S's gives your knights and your demi-lancers plus 6 damage to heavy. It is heavy maces on horseback. The reason that's important is in a castle rush, your opponent's going to be going PG or lancers. So knights kill all. Let's see if we get the stables. He's definitely got the wood for it. Yeah, this is what I find very interesting about King's College. I think King's College has a lot of tools to deal with Castle Rush or Long Feudal. Long Feudal is like, if you're against an Archibald, hill training is crazy. The Hobblears delete everything. Collar of S's is going to be the go-to anti-fast castle. As in, if we both do Castle Age, I will just delete your armored units. It is like having a crossbowman on horseback. Shouldn't say that too loud. That's going to give the devs ideas. Again, there's the stables. It is going to be knights. Collar of S's. Louis cooking, man. I felt exactly where he was going. He drifted like a drift king. And also, the other thing about this build, guys, is knights are going to raid, they're going to get injured, they're going to come home, they're going to get healed. It's a super sick build. He even fortifies the outpost on the flank. It's crazy, because I actually, B never checked this flank, so there's no fortifications here. He's on the way now, however, Spearman can react in time. I know people kind of got a lot of hate for Lancaster right now, but can we just agree this is a really cool build? This is a super cool build. It's not as hard about Billman Spears, it's not about Yeomans, it's not about Manners. It's about Knights. And unlike the old school English builds, it's like, oh yeah, Knights are just like really good to rush in Castle Age. It has a truly viable reason behind it. Not true, I guess crossbows are Japanese cav archers, but they don't have an actual crossbow. I need the visual indication. We're just gonna make Genoa into a full civ themselves. They'll have Genoa use crossbow and horseback. Okay, so the negative of playing Knights, there is one. It's slow, really slow. And Zhu Xi are extremely at the other end. They vomit out Palace Guard. They do it earlier because they can do it in H2, and they can also supervise to do it faster, which is what is happening here every 9 seconds. Losing 5 villagers isn't the end of the world here. All of Essus does reveal itself. Okay, so I imagine B has clicked on these, is confirmed what he's up against. I wonder, does Louis need to add in crossbows? The problem is, like, you'll get kited. Or Doe. Remember, the issue for B is he actually needs to catch these, because otherwise Abbey of Kings. There we go, Collar of Essus tech. Let's see what it can do. It's not a surround. Yeah, good micro. Oh my, Louis, you vile monster. He's buying time. Fortification's coming in. Okay, and crossbow's on the way. B needed that switch. But like, if you're Louis, you just go Hobblears afterwards. Everything you need is in stables. And even if you're delayed on the switch, remember, with the Hobblear Hill Forts tech, or Hill Training, you get them out every 9 seconds, I think it was. Sorry, not 9, no, it's 7. Yeah, 7.5, I think, or 8. 8-second production rate for Hobblears for the Horsemen. God, this takes so long now. Louis, is he going to start pulling away the injured? Yeah, okay, beautifully done. He pulls back just before he gets surrounded, heals off the super injured. It's working. It's actually doing its intended form here. And he's splitting the fight in such a way that he's just wasting a lot of B's time. New knight arrives to take over. Alva's going to pull away. Look at those health bars. That is not a pretty Palace Guard formation. Meanwhile, repair crew again. Now Springle crew's on the way. This is ridiculous. He's made it all about this one outpost. He does need to consider peeling the injured here, by the way. It would be worth it. Just control group them separately. Boom, heal. Chill for like 10 seconds. But I think he's worried about the quantity. Yeah, the problem is now there's crossbows, so all those injured knights could just die. Buys more time. He's going to end up losing a few. Got to be careful with the body blocks. Okay, but where are we running here? This was all cool and all, but like, where's the heal? Louis playing this like he's French, but he's not. He is buying time. Villager repair crew does it again. Are you? No, it is. Yes, it's a big villager lead, but remember, B's got his own upsides. He's got both Sacred Sites and Relics so far. So far, loueMT has been using Knights as defensive units, which is something that Collar of Essus allows. Normally, Knights are meant to be raided. But the last of the villagers did go down, so we'll eventually peel away. And Louis, he's doing it, isn't he? Okay, so we've got a Hobblear switch. No hill training yet. Hill training is a big deal, guys. Hill training gives you a 2.5x modifier on your damage. So your initial hit is going to be about 22 to 24 damage on a horseman, which is basically how hard a knight hits with his regular. Okay, it might have just been a misclick. Sarge. And oh god. Guys, I think we're going to the next game. I can't believe it. Like, this is over. Louis got all this eco, but just nothing to do it with. Look at this. 35 villagers on the flanks. He has nothing to protect it. And this is what was missing. I thought he'd do it a little bit earlier to try and control things, but felt pressured. German at their infancy. If you can get enough of them, a good spear counter. But the gold claim matters more. And this is the other thing. If the plan was Hobbler's, guys, there's a reason he wasn't building them. Yeah, the gold. The gold. This strategy is so cool on Dry Arabia, but on Carmel, you don't have gold safe. Not enough. He ain't got enough to defend. Hobbler's strategy gets revealed early. I don't see what Louis is meant to do here. It's just all this economy and nothing to swing it at. That's a full dive into the main. Camp on the TC. He's got 8k locked in for the late game. He's even just going to start burning down the landmark. The problem is there's just too many crossbows that now dive. If loueMT somehow holds this, he's a miracle worker. Why didn't you spam Hobbler's earlier? Because he needed the knights to clear the palace guard, and then when you need Hobbler's, they cost gold. People need to remember this is very different to normal horseman spam. If it was horseman spam, he could have done it on this map with food and wood. But you need gold. He's going to buy some time, but he's also leading over to the economy. No, he gets seen. He's going to keep chasing. What's going on here? Villagers are just stuck in the middle of it. It's a messy divorce. They just want a parent to love them. Nothing but hate here. Louis put him out here to die. And B's going to send him to the afterlife. He's also got a second wave that can intercept. B's in a bit of A-click brain, which is what Louis is trying to take advantage of. Because he has got like some troops to snipe, but like, it's 5, yo. If they get seen shot. No, it's 5, yo. Choke point. Some of the extra knights are getting healed because they're not technically fighting. I just don't think it's hold. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. B. I mean, maybe we see an upset against KT on water, but this is looking like B's grand finals now. He's taken us all the way to a game 7. He has the best Civ for water remaining. loueMT. Did he just fumble, or was it B stepping up to the mark? Crazy game.